Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan McClure, and I am a postdoc at Virginia Tech. And today, I'm going to be describing the NEON Forecast Aquatics Challenge. Now, it's important to highlight this was a collaborative effort, and I would also like to give a huge shout out to Chris Brown, Sarah Burnett, Kaylin Carey, James Gunnup, Quinn Thomas, Whitney Wolmer, and Jake Zwart for their help and effort putting this challenge together. So we know that freshwater resources provide critically important ecosystem services to us humans. This ranges from drinking water resources to recreation, as well as important food resources to feed the human population. However, we also know that our freshwater ecosystems are drastically changing. So, for example, we've seen the increase in the occurrences of harmful algae blooms in the surface of a lot of lakes across the world. But we've also seen an increase in the strength and duration of strong storms. These strong storms can create unsafe conditions out on large lakes. For example, Lake Michigan, here you can see unsafe large waves that might be harmful to boaters or recreators. But also this kind of increases the discharge and can create flooding events in streams and rivers, which can be harmful for anyone living along the bankside and cost millions of dollars in damages and repair. Now, a lot of studies have really emphasized developing projections hundreds of years into the future, predicting how these freshwaters might be changing. But the goal of this challenge is to avoid making long-term projections and instead focus on near-term iterative predictions. And so our overarching goal with this is to develop predictions of freshwater states at timescales that are relevant for management and safety. And this comes at a really great time as there's a strong synergy developing between the National Ecological Observatory Network and the Ecological Forecasting Initiative, such that we're able to use and leverage the iterative incoming data from NEON and apply this into a forecasting cycle, such that we're able to generate near-term predictions of the state of a freshwater system, communicate that to management or stakeholders, assess the forecast when new data become available, and then update our models and predictions through time. So not only are we developing predictions that have implications for applications and informing management, but we're also developing these models and predictions that can inform our basic understanding of freshwater ecosystems. Now, the two sites that we chose for the challenge include Posey Creek in Virginia and Barco Lake in Florida. The reason we chose these two sites, firstly, they had the best overall data coverage to inform and develop models that could be used for forecasting, and we wanted to be inclusive in a way such that we could develop forecasts for both lotic and lentic systems. Now, the 5 W's of the challenge start with what? And so our goal of the challenge is to start simple, and we want to develop forecasts for surface water temperature and dissolved oxygen. The where, again, I've mentioned this includes Lake Barco in Florida and Posey Creek in Virginia. The when is we wanted to develop daily forecasts with 7-day forecast horizons at the beginning of each month, and then are submitted monthly from the end of May through August. Now, this is an open environment, so any submissions that come after that can also happen. The why, again, I've kind of elaborated on this a little bit, but temperature and oxygen we know are critical components in aquatic ecosystems and can be a really good indicator of the ecosystem health. And finally, the who. We wanted to make this as inclusive as possible, so this is open to any individual or team that registers, and they can register at any time. And it's important to highlight that this is just the first year of the challenge. There are more years coming, and this challenge is going to change and adapt through time. So if you're not able to, join in the challenge this year, you're more than welcome to join in future years as it progresses. And our overall goal with this is we want to start building a community of freshwater forecast practitioners. And what we mean by this is there's a lot of limnologists out there focusing on their aquatic system. And our goal is to start adopting and giving people the resources and knowledge to develop forecasts of their own such that they're able to make direct observations of the system and develop models concurrently, make forecasts, and improve the overall basic understanding of our freshwater ecosystems around the world. So how do you participate in this challenge? I strongly suggest going to the Ecological Forecasting Initiative website. There you can find a link that goes directly to the Aquatics Forecast Challenge with a lot more details than I've described here. Additionally, you're welcome to go to the Eco Forecast NEON Aquatics GitHub site, where there's code available, for the null persistence forecast, and you can use that as kind of a model framework to develop your own forecast if you're interested. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions later, and thank you for your attention.